Hi Aquarius, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. So, yeah, Aquarius, how are you doing? I'm going to do a reading for you. I'm actually going to start, before I pull out the tarot cards, I have a new oracle deck. I'm only using it in like teeny tiny bitty increments because there's so much information in this. It's incredible. So I've been on sort of a journey here, trying to learn more about astrology and planetary energies and whatnot. And, I have a couple different books that I'm reading right now. And one is this, I don't know, I've never actually seen it on a channel before. Maybe somebody's using it. It's called Oracle of the Radiant Sun. It's amazing. So there's so much in here. Yeah, like it is all about this planet and this zodiac and this. And so I've done some readings for myself on it, but I have to still sit with the book, go through each one. But the details are incredible. So I am going to do a reading for you with a tarot deck. I'm going to do the Celtic cross. I've really been having fun with that this week. And some interesting information coming through. So I'm going to do that. There will be an extended as well. The link will be at the top of the description in this channel. And in that, I'm going to continue to look for potential outcome and advice for you in that. You will get that in this, though, to some degree. And so what I want to do, though, is I'm going to use one of these as a beginning oracle card for you for this reading. So an overall message. And believe me, the messages that come out of these are really, really amazing. So for example, like right now we have, like the card that's just sitting on the bottom is Saturn in Gemini. And it comes out as bluff. So, but the information, there's so much in here. I don't even know how many cards there are. But I love this deck. It's so informative. Like, I really feel like if I could really come to grips with all the information that is in this deck, I feel like I could do readings like Astronomist. I can tell you, like, details about your life that'll blow your mind away. But right now, I'm just going to pull out one card. Oh, God. So, one card, and there we go. See, it's even a very cooperative deck. Ooh, you have Mars in Sagittarius. Domination. Oh, boy. Aquarius, what do you got going on? Okay, let's just go to the book. I've learned not to assume with this. So, Mars in Sagittarius. Okay, Mars and Sagittarius. Oh, where do we go here? Mars and Sagittarius. An argument over ideals. Persuading others by bullying. The start of an expedition. Reckless optimism with regard to a long-term project. Competitive sports. So it could kind of be any one of those. Now, what it says though, when this card is chosen in a reading, it can mean, depending on the question asked. Okay, ask yourself a question. Ask yourself a question. You can pause the video. That either the questioner is being pressured by someone or is applying too much pressure to someone else. The Domination card indicates a need to stand back and detach oneself in order to see the truth of a situation. Interesting. Mars is action. Sagittarius, optimism and adventure. So there might be something that you want to move towards, you want an answer, or maybe someone is kind of being that way with you. Personal Mars Sagittarians devote a great deal of energy to crusading and the conversion of others to their beliefs. Staunch benefits of the truth. They can be a little blunt in putting their case to others because of the excessive power in this planet sign combination. Some sporting or adventurous activity benefits people with this aspect at every stage of life. Oh, that's so funny. I went downhill skiing yesterday with my son. It was so much fun. I loved it. I was thinking it's very Sagittarius. I'm traveling and I'm doing some fun stuff. So there you go. See, it could be like that too. Foreign travel could be a satisfactory outlet for pioneering energies. And it would be surprising if Mars Sagittarians did not spend some time abroad or with people from another country. Active participation in some religious or philosophical cause is indicated by this card. Negatively, this can manifest as a narrow and limited view of life into which the Mars Sagittarian tries to shoehorn everyone. Not a winning strategy in the popularity stakes. As long as Mars Sagittarians do not get too dogmatic and can maintain an it takes all sorts attitude, all is well. With Mars in Sagittarius, the competitive instinct is irrepressible, and the need to come out on top in any situation can become excessive. And that's everything. Isn't that interesting? It's fascinating. It's so fascinating. So that's your card. Fit it how it does. I'm gonna look at the bottom. What do you have at the bottom? Indecision. Oh man. So yeah, maybe this might have something to do with either you're trying to get answers from someone or someone is trying to get answers from you regarding some sort of situation in your life. And maybe it feels like it could lead to something combative. I don't know. I'm not going to go all the way. Okay. So that's that. That's my little kind of itty bitty plunge into this for now. For now, I'm not ready to do like a full-on big reading. Like I said, for myself, I need to sit and look. And I'm reading this is the other one. So this is the other one that I've been going into, tarot and astrology as well. So I've been doing that one. So yeah, that's my little hobby right now. It's kind of nerdy, no, but I like it. I went skiing yesterday. That wasn't so nerdy. It was actually really fun. I'm getting kind of good. Instead of just going downhill, doing the, they call it the pizza and the french fries now. It used to be snowplow. I guess it's still snowplow. Instead of just going downhill, doing like a little snowplow, I'm actually able to kind of, and you know, it's, I used to water ski as a kid, and I've always skated quite a bit too. So it's almost like a combining water skiing and skating. It's kind of neat. So we had fun. We had a lot of fun. I'm going to go again this week. I don't know how much longer we have. They just opened up again, so I don't know. It's almost March here. That was the last day of February, isn't it? So it's almost March here, and the weather's been pretty warm, but anyways, I'm just chitty-chatting while I'm shuffling for you. Oh, they have the Emperor on the bottom. Maybe you're dealing with a boss, because this is very... Oh, Mars, Aries energy. See, I picked up on that. I'm getting there. Oh, interesting. Maybe it's a boss. Maybe you're dealing with a boss, or you're the boss. You're trying to wrestle with your employee. Like, geez. Oh, these cards are dying to talk. Okay, simmer down. Simmer down. Celtic cross spread for Aquarius. The Mars and Death and Rebirth, the Emperor and Death and Rebirth have popped out now. I'm telling you, this deck is being like really, really expressive and chatty. Nothing like Capricorn yesterday. A new position, something new, something that ended with a boss, or a very strong personality in your community. Maybe you're that strong personality, or there's one around you. A rebirth, an ending, a rebirth. I tell you, we brought the Oracle of the Radiant Sun in, and it has opened up the floodgates of communication. So, where are you right now? Holy crap! This dude is not going away. All right, maybe this is you. Maybe you're in like really boss energy. You own it, man, but you're holding a chess piece here. It's like strategizing. So maybe, whether this is like out in the open or it's somehow subliminal, you're being dominant. You're dominating. Okay, so your challenge is a 6 of Wands, success. Oh. Wow. You're really, I feel like you are in boss energy. This is like really big. I mean, this guy's popped out 3 times now. You're really in boss energy. Your challenge here is victory. It feels like, because the 6 of Wands too is not just victory, but it's kind of being exalted by those around you, or they're cheering you on. This is great. The crowd, your community, people around you, also kind of getting on board with whatever this is that you want or you see. You have a vision here. This is coming through in this whole reading. All right, so focus on, what do you need to focus on? The 6 of Cups. Something from your past may have the answer for you. Some sort of past relationship may have the answer for you. Maybe there's a key here with someone in your past. If you're struggling with the people that you're dealing with, you're struggling with some sort of success. Someone from your past brings you this, I feel like. That's to focus on that. Or some lesson that you've learned from the past. Interesting. I say that too much, don't I? I became aware of words that I say too much when I had my art studio and I was teaching art to kids. Oh, especially the teenagers. Oh, they were fun to be with, but boy, they were really ripping apart. So now you have the past is the Ace of Wands. It's like you have some sort of wonderful idea. You did. It feels like that. Like you have some sort of wonderful idea. You see success here. How do I get to it? How do I get everyone else on board to what the success is that I see here? You really have a vision about something, and it's trying to get it through to others around you or to someone else around you without it feeling like you're wrestling them to the ground. I don't know. Maybe you want to wrestle them to the ground. I don't know. But so there is a lot of Mars energy coming through there with the Ace of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Emperor. It's like, holy cow. You are really in your you're in the energy of empowerment. You feel like, how do you get this through without steamrolling? That's what it feels like. How do you get this through without steamrolling? Okay, so your strength is the Six of Swords. So maybe relax the reins a little bit. That's what it feels like. Relax the reins a little bit and kind of see how things start to play out and where you can kind of contribute there. How you can do that. How you can make this work. Relax the reins. That's what I feel like is your strength. Because 2 of the Aquarius, the energy that I'm getting here, and it can be kind of Aquarian, where, very humanitarian. You see and you have concepts for the greater community, for the greater good, for the betterment of humanity. But sometimes it can be the one-on-ones that can be difficult for you. And that's what this feels a bit like. It feels very much like an Aquarian journey is being expressed here, but it's almost coming through like it's a very personal experience, like right now in time. It's not such a broad, yeah, I go through that all the time. It's like you're doing that right now. There's something here where you feel like almost success for the betterment of humanity or the group that you're with. But it's like almost like there's one person or 1 or 2 individuals that this needs to be, you need to sell them on this. But I don't know that selling them is the right way. What the heck was that? Sorry. I think that's my hair. This is like a thin shirt. Sorry, I just got freaked out. But my hair, it moved and it touched my back and it felt like a big spider. So I just freaked out a little bit. I'm okay. Okay, so your future is Temperance, is the Sagittarius energy. Oh, I love incorporating this card in here. The travel. I'm feeling like some sort of travel with this Sagittarius energy. Traveling towards the future, moving towards what it is that you are feeling success. You feel like this can be successful. This could be so successful, but not just for you. You feel like others will feel this success, or another person would really get success out of whatever this is. It's great. I got an idea. It's burning up in my mind here. This is so brilliant. This is wonderful. This could really bring us success. But how do you see it? How can I get you to see it? Focus on the past. Focus on the past. I'm hearing focus on the past with the Six of Cups. So you have the Six of Cups as the focus on, and then you have the Six of Swords as your strength. So balance and harmony. Balance and harmony. I get that with Temperance. Divine timing, divine guidance. Being divinely guided here. The timing is coming into play. The timing is almost right for this. But you have to release the reins just a little bit. Just a little bit. Your suggested approach is the Ten of Wands. So there's something that you need to leave behind here. something you need to get off your chest or dispose of. Something needs to come to an end that's become sort of heavy baggage for you. What you need to know, the Eight of Cups. Interesting. What are you walking away from? Or somebody. Something about the Eight of Cups. This has to be clarified. What you need to know, the Eight of Cups. Maybe to get your answer, you need to remove yourself emotionally for a time. What you need to know is the Eight of Cups. What's to be found in the Eight of Cups? Really, when you speak to yourself truly, through your feelings and your emotions, what answer are you getting? Your hopes and fears are the Page of Swords. I feel like because she's crossing the bridge on her own, and the Page of Swords is, you know, it can be about collecting information, keeping an eye out, understanding, looking for the answers, finding the answers. It feels a little bit like, and these are all full of little ideas, you know, and this is your past, and this is very much like a very strong idea, or knowing. But the hope and fear, I feel like, is that you're going to have to do this on your own. The hope is having more of this information coming in for you on how to proceed towards this success. But the fear is that maybe you have to keep doing this on your own. Or maybe you're going to learn something that you're not ready for. The potential future for you is a Magician. Kind of starting from the beginning to manifest something. Starting from the beginning to manifest something. Because how you've done it so far isn't working. It's causing a bit of this and on some level, somehow. Nostalgia, good feelings, happy memories. That's what you're being asked to focus on. Probably to shift the energy. Allow yourself to release the reins here a little bit. You are really in your, like, really, really empowered right now. But really with fire. I mean, what the cards that are showing up sort of in the body of the reading, with, you know, where you are now, what you're facing, where you've been in the past. It's all fire. Even into your future with Temperance, fire. Like a lot of Aries and Sagittarius energy here. A lot of dealing with the inner fires that burn. So, but where this is all taking you is something new, a new approach. It really feels like that, a new approach. The Ace of Cups is at the bottom. And Judgment, and then it's reversed. You're going to have you're going to have a different feeling. This is a shift, because right now you're really in like fire, Mars energy, huge. Mars and Sagittarius are all over this reading. So Sagittarius too, being Jupiter, is just like very expansive. So Mars and Jupiter, huge expansive energy, maybe bigger than what can be contained right now, bigger than concept, bigger than what other people can contain right now, Aquarius. So the energy needs to shift. It's going to shift, you know, kind of allowing yourself to go into the past and explore your past feelings and emotions. But these are good ones. These are good memories. It's going to bring a new feeling in you to sort of shift this energy that maybe is just too much. It's too much for the cosmos and the people around you to handle. All of this Mars and Jupiter energy. To have these new feelings allows, I feel it allows you to come through in a way where you don't feel confined, to really expand properly in sort of like this Jupiterian energy. It's crazy. This cup that she's holding, it actually looks like the solar system a bit. Like containing that and all this movement, all these little spheres in here. And then in the center is the sun. Oh, and then look at this. The Magician, it's sort of the same energy. This is like, this is actually beyond the solar system. This feels more like, the galaxy. Incorporating other solar systems. This is very Aquarian. This is very Aquarian. So you know what? This is what you need to do. This is what's going on here. You have something. There's something within you that needs to grow and expand, but it's beyond what you feel for whatever this is to you. It could be a relationship. It could be a new creative project. It could be a new way to handle your work environment. However that plays out for you, it's bigger than what most people can comprehend. Like you almost see it beyond what it is, but it's being contained, where what you really want to do is for it to grow and expand and become what you can envision it to be. Like, you know, there is success here, but it's a challenge because getting this through to others or to another person, it's beyond what they're capable for whatever energy that they're in. It's beyond what they're capable of dealing with right now. So to allow this to actually come to life, to be released from this confinement, you have to switch your energy and approach, because right now there's too much fire. I'm just feeling like that. There's too much fire with all this. I mean, the first thing that came out is like Mars and Jupiter. It's just too much. It's almost like the fire is ready to explode, like just beyond what can be handled. And no, so here the focus is the cups, to kind of bring this down a bit, to alchemize it. It makes so much sense, because temperance really is like fire and water, alchemizing the sun and the moon, the known and the unknown, the past and the future. Allow yourself to do an energy shift here. And the best way that can happen is just releasing the reins a little bit. Just relaxing the approach. Just even pulling back a tiny bit here. Pulling back a tiny bit. Aquarius? What you need to know. Because just pulling back a tiny bit. It's all in the cups. It's all about these cups. So here, and you find yourself pulling away from all that, you can have the perspective to bring this into something new, so it can grow and expand. This is so funny how this works. This is one of those readings where I think most other signs are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I know Aquarius will be right on this. Yes, Cindy, yes. Okay, I haven't even clarified anything. I don't even know if I should, because it doesn't feel like the kind of energy that can be clarified with whatever is going on for Aquarius. Let's see here. I want the Eight of Cups, I feel like, is something I want to clarify first for you. Man, I'm ready to start. This Tower card, which is Mars energy again, is really making itself, maybe that's what it is. It's bringing something forward, moving something forward without creating a full-on tower moment. It's almost like you can feel the energy of this, but how do I contain it? But yet it's not meant to be contained, because it's bigger than where you are now. It's bigger than the point it is in time right now to what it's going to be. The Eight of Cups, what Aquarius needs to know. The Eight of Cups. The Three of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. What you need to know is what you're walking away from emotionally is going to bring you towards this, which is really good energy. You're going to ground this. The Eight of Cups is what's actually grounding this, all this energy. So the fire was the idea and the passion, the creative spark of life. And it's so profound and it's so big that it almost becomes something that others need to wrestle with. They can't deal with it. It's just too big. So you don't want to make it small, but you need to shift it. And in shifting it, you have to shift yourself, because then you change your concept and how you alchemize the feelings and emotions of this big spark. And the water is actually, in a funny way, the water and the fire are the key here for you to turn something into the earth, like to create something that is real. And it's expansive. It's got that growth. Look at, it's got collaborative energy. It grows, it expands, it works well with others as opposed to trying to wrestle it in. It works well with others, and it becomes something much more than what it started as. Much bigger. Your hopes and fears are the Page of Swords. So let's look at that. Your hopes and fears are the Page of Swords. You have the Six of Swords, and that's letting go of the reins. There might even be someone else that comes through to show you how this can be turned into what you see it to eventually be. If it's a relationship, if it's an idea, releasing the reins just a little bit. It is kind of your hope and fear that perhaps someone else will actually be able to hang on to this idea with you. You kind of like the idea of collaborating in that way. But it takes the control away. And I feel like there's a lot of control in here. There's a ton of control in here. Because it's something that you find very important. You see a greater good here. You see success. This Ten of Wands is a suggested approach. So there's something you need to read. Like maybe you're carrying all this burden on yourself. Yeah, you are. The Three of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. There's too much. There's too much going on for you in whatever this is. There's too many options for you. There's too many responsibilities here. The Ten of Wands is also bringing an end to this fire. Maybe it's almost like you feel like you're clinging on to something. But just let it go a little bit. It's not going to fly away, right? It'll support you somehow. It'll make you light enough to cross this bridge. The Magician. Okay, the Magician is the potential future here. The Magician is the potential future. The Hanged Man, the Nine of Cups, and Temperance. Temperance again. Okay, this is seeing it from a different perspective, which I feel like something needs to be seen from a different perspective here right now. And when you do that, you are going to find happiness. You are going to communicate really well to the universe, and you're going to work in even more harmony with divine timing, I feel like. It's just much better. It's almost like a two or three step process in alchemizing some sort of energy to create success here. And it seems to me that you have alchemized energy up to a point. You've internalized things. You've mulled them over, all that process. Come to terms with certain aspects in a situation. And now the next step is alchemizing it on a different level. And cups. Cups are very water, intuition, feelings, emotions. are very important here. It's really with the Magician too. It's a manifestation process. And that is about using different elements. And now it's time to, it's fire is turning into water, which will turn into pentacles, which will turn into something real. Oh, and there you are too, with the Fool at the bottom. You're on the right journey. You really are on the right journey and on the right path. It's just almost as if now the next step is to alchemize in a different way. And it has to do more. See, this is where it's going to take you. This is to focus on. Focus on your feelings and emotions, things that make you feel happy. Things where you didn't feel so controlled, where it just felt like a real nice bond. The innocence of that and how it grew into something really profound. I don't even know what to call this. I guess I'm going to go do your extended. We're going to look at what the, I'm going to look at advice moving forward for you, as well as potential outcomes. And this is a very obscure reading. I feel like it's very obscure. It's almost something within you that's just this passionate idea or this passionate knowing. This is burns. Like it's almost like it burns in your mind with truth and clarity, but it's driven by so much fire and expansion, and it wants to grow. And I feel like it's so big that it's brought you into some sort of energy where it's making you feel very controlling with this Emperor and this Mars and Sagittarius. Okay, so there you go. Thank you, Aquarius. That was very interesting. And look at you. You're the first ones to experience the Oracle of the Radiant Sun on my channel. Until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.